Alright, well, to nobody's surprise, since Queenbreaker got a rework, you can now switch freely in between the long range and the short range sights just by holding your reload button. They decided to bless it with a brand spanking new catalyst, and a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago rather, I said this, what I thought that the Queenbreaker's catalyst, what it should be. Alright, I alluded to this earlier, but here it is now. Queenbreaker, it needs a catalyst. Now that it's getting a rework, people are actually going to be using it now, so we might as well give it a catalyst. Now, its rework is that if you hold R to reload, or hold your reload button to reload, whatever it is you use, if you're a maniac and you hold Y or a side button on your controller, remote, whatever, here's what it does. You hold the reload button and it swaps between its two firing modes, the slow firing and the fast firing fusion rifles. Now, where does this lead me? I will tell you. You gotta calm down and let me cook every once in a while. I know you're impatient, but this video, it's only like 10 minutes long. Calm down. I would have the catalyst be as follows. Getting kills or hits in one mode briefly improves the other mode or generates stacks of powerful rounds to fire on the other mode. Essentially speaking, you have like 6 rounds in the magazine. You fire all 6 of them off. You get 6 hits or 6 kills with the short firing mode. You are then able to switch off to the long firing mode, and then you have 6 powerful rounds, kind of like the way that Starman Drang worked. With that being said, did Bungie steal my idea this time like they did for the Cerberus Catalyst? Well, no, they decided to do something very basic, very simple. They decided to give it rewind rounds. Now, to get the Queenbreaker Catalyst, it is very simple. As you can see on the screen right now, those are the settings that you're going to be doing. You're just going to be loading up a collision 5-point fast capture zones on Burnout, or whatever the smallest map in the game is. Burnout seems to be the smallest. You are going to run to the center of the map by yourself in this private lobby. You are going to capture the zone. You are going to wait for the game to end, and there is a chance that you will get your catalyst. It is simple as that. And in this footage, I do not get the catalyst, but this is exactly how I got mine. It took me 23 games to get mine. One of my friends got his on his 2nd attempt. Another one got his in his 10th attempt. So it just depends. Just do this. This is by far the fastest way to farm it, and it's guaranteed going to work if you do not have this catalyst. To level it up, it's just going to go into a Shirochi checkpoint. Despite popular beliefs, you are not going to want to use the short range sights because it doesn't actually work the way you think it works. You're going to want to use the long range sights because the bolt for the long range sights, along with the actual arc to the chain lightning that does spawn off of the kills and hits for Queenbreaker, it does count towards progress. I do not have good aim right here, but I found that the 3-round burst is a little bit hard to aim, but I am a hard thrower. Skipping the clip ahead just a little bit to demonstrate why exactly the long range scope is the best method to fire. You get 1 kill and just everything dies. It all chains, all arcs, and it all counts towards getting the catalyst. Because it is a heavy weapon, fortunately, this is only going to take around 400 kills. I think by the time I was done, I had 427, so some of the kills obviously did not count, but yep, this is all you're gonna do. Just farm Shirochi, d2checkpoint.com, or just, play Last Wish up until you get a Shirochi checkpoint, and bada bing, bada boom, there's your catalyst. That is the easiest way to get it, and the easiest way to level it up. Now it is just rewind rounds. That is the catalyst, as simple as that. Rewind rounds refill 60% of the number of hits landed, rounded up into the magazine from reserves. The hits are counted either from the last reload or from the last time the perks was triggered. Doesn't exactly require direct hits, which means that the lightning does trigger it a little bit. It requires firing the whole magazine, or 30% of the magazine, for the refill to trigger. You can't load the magazine beyond its base capacity. Obviously, you're not refilling, rewinding into a more fuller magazine, and the hits after triggering refill do not count while the buff is active because it's only going to take around 1 second. With the way it works on the Queenbreaker, it only has 5 shots in the magazine, so you shoot your 5 shots, you are going to get 2, sometimes 3. More often than not, you're going to be getting 3, depending on how Destiny is going to treat you in that very second. I have only ever gotten 2 shots twice in my testing, but more often than not, you're just going to be getting 3 shots. You then rewind your 3 shots into another 2 shots, your 2 shot into maybe 1 shot if you get lucky, and pretty much you're going to be extending your firing duration from 5 shots to somewhere between 8 and 9 shots, depending on if you get lucky or if you get a chain lightning and you hit something that you weren't supposed to hit. All in all, they gave this catalyst just to solve the issue of, hey, this gun now is going to be built for just shooting at bosses. They gave it a rework that is kind of a little bit, make it a little bit better for just standing there shooting at bosses. I mean, I personally, as you can tell by my catalyst wish list, wouldn't have given Queenbreaker this catalyst, but hey, I don't work at Bungie yet. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. The easiest way to farm the catalyst, the easiest way to level it up, and what the catalyst actually does. Is it good? Is it bad? I like it. I think they did an okay job with it. I definitely, I myself wouldn't have thought of rewind rounds, but now that we have it, and now that the Queenbreaker has been reworked into a new form, am I happy with it? Yes. As a matter of fact, I am. Good job.